My name is Scott LeBlanc, and today I'm going to be showing and performing where the dermatomes of the body are. A dermatome is basically an area of skin where a specific uh, that connects to a specific part of the spine. So I'll be talking about where those areas are and what part of the spine they connect to. So first, C2. C2 is right here, and the dermatome for it is the temples, the forehead, and the occiput. So for C3, which is here, it connects the entire neck, area under the jaw, and the temporal area. The C4 connects to the shoulder area and the clavicle area, which is right here, under there, the upper scapular area, which is over here. You can see in the pictures a bit better than just on the camera, but C5 gets more into the arms. You have the deltoid area, and if you're in anatomical position, then it kind of runs down here to the thumb, and that connects to C5, which is right over here. Still kind of at parts of the spine that are towards the base of the neck. So then C6, another part of the arm. If you're in an anatomical position, just like the photo, you're going to see it kind of down here, radial side of the arm, of the hand, sorry, to the thumb, index finger, these two, and now we're into C6. C7 is almost kind of the same as C6, except it'll do more of the middle fingers right here. C8 runs right here, kind of more towards the medial fingers, I guess you could say. Yeah, that makes sense. T1 stays on the arm, except this time it'll be more kind of in the same way that C6 was, where it ran towards the base of the thumb. This one will run towards the base of the pinky on the medial side of the arm. T2. Oh, and now we're in the we're in the thoracic part of the spine now, no longer the cervical side. So you'll kind of start running more towards the upper back at this point where it connects into. So if you have your arm anatomical, T2, excuse me, it will be on this side, and it will kind of be a bit more kind of like under, and it'll run kind of through. T3 to T6 are all kind of in the same area. It'll be kind of over here in your thoracic. Sorry, I should count. The thoracic kind of be over here. That's where it'll connect into. T5 and to T7. T5, T6, T7 will run around here and into the back, both kind of in the upper back, and that's where it'll connect in to the spine. So further down, you'll get T8 through 12, which will be abdominals and also towards the back. This one, lower back, just as the last of the thoracic vertebrae are found in the lower back, found towards the lower back. So for our first, now we're in lumbar vertebrae. This one will kind of be towards the groin area and also still remaining in the back. The one, by the way, though, on the left is the anterior, right is the posterior. So this picture is a little more confusing. The left one is the anterior view of the thigh. The right half is the posterior view of the thigh. So this kind of shows where L2 will be. Kind of it's in the thigh up here and kind of runs down the back of the thigh to the knee down there, and it'll connect into the lumbar, which are the last, well, not the last five, but 5 vertebrae after the thoracic. So also we're in legs now. I should have talked about that. So L3, you have more towards the buttocks. Excuse me, more towards the buttocks, but also still in the legs. This one's kind of pelvic and thigh area, kind of just hips in general. So you'll run most of the like thigh like this, as well as some in the back, and still in the proper back, and I'll connect into lumbar 3. So this one's a bit more further down the leg. You'll kind of, hopefully the camera can see this, but it'll kind of run down the back of the, the front of the calf. Sorry, I almost said back of the thigh. Run down like that on the medial side. It'll also be like your big toe, and it'll be in the back, and I'll connect to lumbar 4. So L5 is the buttocks. Again, it'll run more into your leg, and do more of your toes, just as we saw with the C6, 7, 8. They kind of do toes. L's, L4, L5, L, and S1 kind of do the toes, while the other ones do the fingers. So this one's also towards the back, again, at lumbar 5. And then again, now we're in S, which is the sacrum, and that's now past lumbar. So this one will kind of connect more down here, and this one will kind of run in the back of the calf right here, and in the buttocks area. Another one with L2 is the same as L1, thigh, buttocks, the back of the leg. L3 is in the groin area. This is the posterior side of, so it'll be back here. That picture is from the posterior side, and it'll run down to the knee, and it'll connect at the third fused vertebrae. L4 is again groin area, genitals, just lower in kind of in the medial sides of the thigh, and the glutes, or gluteus maximus. And then at the end, you'll get, after the sacrum, you'll have this area, which is mainly just the area of like the tailbone, the coccyx. That will be where you run that. And so that's how that's a quick run through of all of them and kind of where they are. The way that I remember it is by drawing them all out like this, or writing them all down on a piece of paper like this. It's almost in the same order that I presented them from head to toe, except when you get to C5 and C7, C8, T1, the ones on the arm, you'll draw them off to the side and kind of line them up. So C5 will be next to T2, and I'll go down the list like that. And then same for L3, S1, L4, L5, and you'll line up L3 with S4. And so what you'll do once you have that is you'll kind of draw on there. Give me a moment so I can get a proper utensil to draw this. Yes. And you'll draw like this. Kind of draw like a thinner one over here, and you'll draw another thin one over here. You'll draw like this. Draw a circle around here. Similar circle around there, and like that. And so you can see you kind of drawn a person. So you have like the head and the part parts that connect there with and it's in order too. So like C2 at the top of the head, which is, forehead, temple, this area, is the most up, and then C3, which is more like neck, and then C4, which is more like shoulders, and it's consistent all the way down. One thing that I had to switch from the order that I did it, L3, S1 is wedged between L3 and L4 because S1 is more up in the thigh, and then L3 is more thigh and back, and then it keeps it consistent with how L4 and L5 are more toe area, but LS1 is still in that area. So that's how I remember it, and thank you for watching.